As the price of Bitcoin soars to an all-time high above $66,000 and an increasing number of both traders and companies join the cryptocurrency market, traditional notions of investing, saving, and financial decision-making have been shifted to include the increasingly popular cryptocurrency market. Joining me today to discuss the growth in the cryptocurrency space, especially for Bitcoin, is Luno Australia Country Manager Byron Goldberg. Byron, thank you for your time today. We're talking about a study you recently completed where it shows 24% of Australians don't save. Why do you think people are more inclined to spend and not save these days?
I think that the first problem, and this is globally, just society in general, doesn't push you to save, it pushes you to spend and then think about your problems later. Now, this was a Finder study that I think in 2020, 46% of Australians may be living paycheck to paycheck. We just live in a society where you buy things, you see something on Instagram and you buy it, and you may not have the money, so you afterpay it, and then you go, oh, cool, there's also before pay, so now I get a little bit more money. And so I think that there's obviously that, but there was a study done by the S&P in 2014 that 46% of Australians are financially literate. So it really just probably comes down to an educational aspect, and I guess that's where Bitcoin and crypto come in.
So do you think Australians are persuaded by the media, hype, and current news headlines? For example, seeing that 15% of Australians have invested in crypto in the last 24 months is a pretty high stat, given that 54% of people are saying they're worried about their financial future.
Yeah, so an interesting one. I think out of those 15%, you'll have the people that may think, oh, this is going to lead me to prosperity, right? So they see Bitcoin as hope. And I think that Michael Saylor calls Bitcoin hope. So there may be some people that think that this is going to save them. I certainly think Bitcoin will save us from certain things. I can't remember if you remember the arguments from years ago where, oh, it's a dud and it's just a bubble and it's not going to amount to anything. Clearly, that's not the case. So clearly people are keen to engage with this ecosystem and it's not going away.
Well, why do you think Australians are more willing to invest in cryptocurrencies as opposed to traditional safe assets like bonds or gold?
So I think the stats came back that people are more knowledgeable about Bitcoin and crypto than they are about bonds. And I think that says a lot about the system as a whole, right? It's definitely easier to access crypto than it is to buy bond. And I think that's a good thing. I think that this is probably where we're going to see ourselves for eternity, that crypto becomes a day-to-day staple rather than trying to buy gold ETF, that you never really see the gold, you can't really send the gold. Even though Bitcoin is less tangible than gold, it's actually more tangible than that or than government bonds because you can see it and utilize it and send it to somebody overseas. So maybe because people are getting digitized as a human race progresses, it's just more native to people.
And where do you see the future of cryptocurrencies, saving, and money in general going?
I do see that if you have a traditional portfolio with a share trading platform, that will never be the same again. I think you will start having people owning a bit of Bitcoin, a bit of different cryptos. Like, you know how people take punts in little mining stocks that haven't even struck iron ore yet? I think people will start to have crypto projects that they believe in. I think crypto is just what people see as hope. It will, and it has changed the lives of millions of people. And I think something like Axie Infinity, which is like a play to earn game, it's just like the next generation of crypto. It's crypto within gaming. And something like that is giving, I think it's people in the Philippines, I can't remember which country, it's giving them a day job and an income to actually play these games. And that couldn't be possible without crypto. So I think crypto is actually, not only is it this investment vehicle and provides utility and that sort of stuff, I think it's also giving people a different sort of future than they would initially have expected.
Well, that's some great insights there as to why Australians are deciding to spend, not save, and invest in cryptocurrencies especially. Thank you so much for your time today, Byron.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.